In a land where memory rots beneath the sun, and the old world lingers only in bone and rust, a city rose not from hope, but from preservation. They did not trust the wasteland. They did not forgive it. They sealed themselves against it. Steel gates instead of open hands. Measured thought instead of fate. Order where the world had chosen ash. Beyond their walls, hunger. Within them, calculation. For what civilization when it survives by exclusion? What is purity when it fears the impure? In northern sands, beneath an indifferent sky, Vault City stands, not as a dream of tomorrow, but as a refusal to become yesterday. Surrounded by seemingly endless desert, Vault City is an oasis amongst the suffering wastes. Despite its beautiful appearance, the city is a corrupt pit of ethnocentric elitism and narcissism. Vault City is the most medically advanced faction in the Wasteland, capable of cloning limbs and treating injuries that would be untreatable to others. But this knowledge remains sealed behind their walls. Their former inhabitants of Vault 8 stand at a precipice where they must decide the future of their city-state. Whether they continue to spread their name and infamy remains to be seen. First Citizen Lynette, daughter of the first citizen who met the Chosen One. Lynette stands in stark contrast to her mother. Lynette studied in the Boneyard and is more than willing to work with the NCR, followers, or even ghouls. Lynette wishes to give a hand up to the people of Nevada, educating and guiding them towards a civilized lifestyle. Some of her critics have mocked her pacifist ways, but she thinks the only way for Vault City to remain a beacon of learning is to set an example for the Wasteland. But Lynette has no desire to join the NCR. Vault City would disappear like ink in Brahmin milk. It would do far better, in her opinion, to set an example as a light to the world. This is Hearts of Iron for Old World Blues. Welcome back. We are doing Vault City today. And first thing we'll start off with is the all clear. While our records are not entirely certain about what Vault 8 opened, it is clear that it was the first one or 2 decades after the bombs fell. The world was a very different place back then. What were our first steps? And I think I'm going to go with the historical on that one. Hope you're all doing well today. The all clear. While our records are not entirely certain about when Vault 8 opened, it is clear that it was the first 1 or 2 decades after the bombs. The world was a very different place back then. What are our first steps? Setting out scouts, establishing a perimeter, or starting up a GEC? Well, they did all 3 of them. But I think the first one they would do is they would set out scouts, then establish a perimeter, then start their GEC. But we want the benefits of it, so we're gonna do step GEC because you get proficient efficiency growth 10%, and then plus 400 manpower. That one we just get 2 bunkers and 2 outposts and 1 bunker, which is pretty much useless unless you want to fall back. Or scouts, which will add production of water and iron, which we could easily do on our own later. The Ghouls of Gecko. Although we almost came to blows with our ghoulish neighbors, we were able to broker an agreement. Of course, we have a trade post right here in Vault City, which is really nice to have. And this should actually transfer to a promote. Gecko's Mess. Northeast of our glorious city was a town filled with ghouls who were polluting the groundwater with deadly radiation. The toxins almost led to war between your utopia and the ghouls, but a descendant from Vault 13 was able to broker a peace between us. Vault City protected Gecko and traded medical supplies in exchange for power. Our relationship has been fruitful, but as of late, some wonder if the ghouls have gone the better end of the deal. We should strengthen our bonds. Maybe we should consider going separate ways, or why upset the status quo? I would say we should strengthen our bonds, because we're all one state. Why not? Boost support for tolerance, improve the standing of Lynette's old guard party. Appoints governor or advisor Gordon of Gecko with the effect political power gain -3, stability -5, and you can't remove the advisor. Now, how would they actually act? Probably hostile eventually, because it's always that way. The Outworld. The gem of the Wasteland has never been as bigoted as some portray. The worthy Wastelanders have always been able to gain citizenship, but we cannot let everyone into the utopia. Some gain citizenship due to their penetrating intellect, some by service to the Vault City, and some by bit of both. Yeah, you have to take a test to get in, or pay. I think Lynette was... I have to look that up. I think her mother was named Lynette too, but she required you to take a test or pay money or do something. Another look at the Outworld. One of the first citizen Lynette's wisest decisions was to take another look at the Outworld. Lynette's married a senator from the NCR, dealt with the Chosen One, and welcomed refugees who needed a home after their base off the coast of California got blown up in an act of terrorism, as they claimed. These refugees integrated themselves well into the day-to-day life of Vault City, like joining the Guard or any other pursuits that matched their skill set. Well, better here than a motel in the Mojave. But we get basic intermediate power armor. I think they're just pointing at just the Mojave in general. The presence of the bear. Love it or hate it, the NCR is the strongest power in the Wasteland that we know of. Some chafe at the subsidy we pay them, while others recognize it is better for them to die in pursuit of the Empire than our youth. True. That's why we also have 2 garrisons sitting here. The bear in our den. When Roger Weston came to Vault City, he did not come alone. With him came a sizable detachment of NCR soldiers and engineers. The engineers were quick to erect some buildings and walls to house the soldiers, then left. The soldiers, though, were here to stay for permanent garrison just right outside the walls. Back then, the rising threat of razors was more than our guards could handle, and the NCR was here to help. Obviously, the NCR involvement was not completely altruistic in nature. They clearly wanted to bring us into their fold, and this was their first step. But the expected big push from the Raiders never came, and neither did the NCRs. For various reasons, but still the garrison remained. The soldiers were rotated out in regular intervals, but over time became noticeable. With every rotation, their equipment became worse. Outdated weapons and sometimes atrocious conditions, and lacking essential supplies. What also became worse was the character of the average soldier. Drunken brawls that need to be broken up regularly by our guards. Brawls that should not have taken or happened in the first place if some of the soldiers didn't also smuggle in alcohol, cigarettes, and sometimes even chems through the gates with their shipments from the NCR. But at this point, even with the Raiders being less of a threat, a lot of our defenses have become reliant on these soldiers, and just outseeing the garrison would not go over well with our friends in the NCR. This is a problem, no shit. So, the reason they were sent here is because over here in Sac City, Sacramento, you had what was the 80s and all the other vehicle biker gangs. As NCR pushed north, they pushed them out. So you had the Great Biker War or Raider War, and they got pushed all the way. And so that gentleman brought an NCR garrison as a, hey, you're with us, sphere influence wise, or you're not getting help anymore. And the 80s could just roll past you again if they want to, like they have in the past. They, of course, have dwindled in power, and they're stuck there for now. They have a new leader, so they'll grow again, but we'll see how that goes. The end of a term. By all appearances, Lynette's term as first citizen will be one of many. Like her mother before her, but Security Chief Meyer has adopted the Californian heresy and is pushing for an election. Will the wisdom of Vault City prevail, or will mob rule come to the city of tomorrow? Ah, there it is. Do I get a new route? I have ministers for this. Nope. Yeah. All right. He calls it democracy. I call it mob rule. Vault City has prospered under the guidance of its council, chosen by goats. These leaders, in turn, selected one of their number to be the first citizen. Lynette's appointment was no surprise given her mother's success, and she has guided the city well. Lynette supports ghouls' rights and advocates stronger ties with the NCR, hoping to be a good influence upon the Wasteland. While Vault City should remain aloof, it would be a light into the waste above the filth and muck that threatens so much. But not everyone is happy with the system. Meyer, the hero of the Guard, has adopted the views of the NCR. Meyer believes the strength of the NCR comes from its people, and that Vault City can only be a nucleus for a new free Nevada. Meyer parents immigrants to Vault City in the 2240s, and he has adopted some of their ideals. Vault City should be governed by the people, for the people, and of the people. And the ghouls Lynette's loves, well, they have to go. There's a really famous phrase or famous person who has a video on this. By the people, for the people, of the people. Actually, they both have good points. All right, so we have all these choices. So the left side will support Lynette. The right side will support Meyer. And how you know who's going to win the election is right here. Whoever has most amount of influence or popularity will win the election. The old guard has 55, just right off the bat, because I chose to side with Mr. Gordon of Gecko of Wall Street fame. Imagine you were a ghoul. Now imagine being the only ghoul in a city. Now imagine the population of that city barely tolerates you. Welcome to Gordon's life. You can replace the advisor by clicking here. Oh no, you can't. Alright, so we have to pick items that will actually help us, and we have until July to do so. So these take 15 days each. So first thing I want to do is get some arms workshops going. Support the guard. If we expel the California tyranny, we will need to stand up for ourselves. We shall always be on guard for you. That's him going on campaigns, pretty much. Our friends to the south. And I wish to make more robot, because why should our people in a city of tomorrow have to fight for them? Like, why won't we just have robots take care of it? No, I know in reality that's a pretty bad idea, but still, I don't care. We're doing it. And then we have trade with Reno. Vault City is traditionally spurned New Reno, but there are some fine people there. Even if they need to be saved from their decadent ways, there's no reason to think they're subhuman. So we'll get Courtyard has production of 5. Okay, we get that. Update trade routes Vault City to Reno. We get more trade routes, and yeah, that boosts. Ohm's Law. Try to be quick with that. What the hell is... Sorry, I screwed that up. Alright. Legalize it. The council has banned alcohol from the city, but there's nothing wrong with vice in moderation. And in fact, some rumors say members of the council indulge on it. Decide. It's good enough for them, it's bad enough for you. Right now, by that time that's over, he will have a 5+ popularity, but then we'll swing back to the other side and legalize it. Chaos in Navarra territories. Well, we all know what's going on there. Good luck to you. The workshops of the Wasteland. Lynette's peace and prosperity is nothing to sneer at. Let the Californians die for the Mojave, or spend their lives shoveling Brahmin dug. We will build a utopia. Chop shop. Request lower tariffs. Fuck off. Followers of the Apocalypse. Hey, come on in. We welcome you. A new generation. Lynette's prosperity will let Vault City start a new cycle of children ahead of schedule. Please schedule your appointment with Vault City Medical to see about your partner will be. Okay, they're like that. Okay. Is anybody realize we're getting Demolition Man vibes here. Let super mutants in the courtyard. Although we shouldn't let super mutants in our city, a few of them are no threat to the courtyard. They bring unique and valuable skills. So we get 3 plus Gecko. So what do we get for new generation? So we get resource procurement. Okay. Cool. Just keep going. Let's get multi-purpose equipment. Superman is okay. It's 29th May, so we got another month, so we can get 2 more of these probably done. You'll wish they could be all, or sorry, you'll wish they could all be the Californian girls. For all its flaws, the NCR is the most successful state in the Wasteland. Would you prefer to align with people who are literally called bone dancers? Or the techno knights of Lost Hills? No, let us celebrate our ties to the large civilization on the west. Nice. Courtyard that's so 3 plus sophisticated electronics. We get 25. Also, with that money we could stimulate our economy. Cause money. All right, let's get another one. So, Wasteland Scholars. Although we are the smartest people in the Waste, they are just so many Wastelanders that some of them rival our brilliance. All right, where are we at now? Got that going. Stim. You're late. All right, we could maybe get one more in. I doubt it, but although criticism by some of our youth, the Vault City is designed for octogenarians are unfair. One of the way to beat Meyer is to promise more freedom of expression. I really like some of these comics when I studied abroad. Is it me or is this really loud? Yeah, I didn't get enough time in. And the evening selection, Meyer's insistence to involve the regular citizens this year's selection for the new first citizen has made this way longer process than it usually is. Normally, decisions made reasonably quickly and away from the public eye in the city buildings. By unanimous vote from the city members, no public speeches, not trying to get a average citizen behind you, and while the council still has the final word in the decision, Meyer got his will, and the decision will be heavily influenced by public opinion. Half a year after the announcement of this selection, it's time for the council to convene. So the votes are in. The results, even though Meyer's insistence that the people would want change, they are clearly very comfortable with the current situation. This is proven by Lynette was appointed for her second term as the first citizen of Vault City. She gave a short speech to the downtown park area, thanking her supporters and giving promise for great things for the Vault City of the future. 5 more years. Second term. And that means that is canceled. First Citizen Lynette wins re-election. It appears Vault City will be led by First Citizen Lynette for half a decade longer. With the incumbent First Citizen announced for its appointment for a second term earlier after the first ever popular election of the position, Lynette secured her re-election on a campaign prioritizing ghoul rights and the stronger ties with the NCR, hoping to transform the city into a shining beacon of civilization in the savage wastes of northern Nevada. Time will tell how Lynette's re-election impacts the Big Circle. People have spoken. The Big Circle is this area of Nevada. So, second term, wishy-washy. City of Tomorrow, the amenities exports, long time coming. Let's get this going. The amenities exports. By promoting free enterprise through social planning, our workers have increased exports through the Wasteland. For the first time, new Pip-Boys are being sold in California markets. Hey, would you like a Pip-Boy? Yep, followers. Oh, by the way, followers, get to work. I want a workshop. We're still stimulating our economy. We have Mr. Gecko still there. First thing first, I need to make sure my military theories are, like, I'm getting experience every day, because we always need to adjust that. Alright, let's start making more, divisions right now. This is gonna cause, Kimball to have an impeachment. Alright, it's a long time coming. We have protected Gecko for decades, but now we must decide the fate of the ghouls. Let us extend a hand to the poor creatures, after putting on a hazmat suit, of course. Yeah, go touch a great glowing one's hand without proper... Oh! Fuck that. I'd rather just spend on that than that. Fucking weirdo. Everything across the wasteland is coming up roses. Ah. You fucked up. The City of Tomorrow. Lynette's proposal, the ghouls can apply for citizenship in Vault City, met with less opposition than one might expect. For 3 decades now, the two towns have forged a spirit of cooperation as Gecko's power production helped Vault City sustain itself. The harsh xenophobia of many of the Vault City's leaders faded into obscurity. But under Lynette, it is time to take the next step. Inspired by the vision of equality that once animated the old world, Lynette, Festus, and Lenny work to build the brighter future for all. One where human and ghouls labor side by side to create a center of learning and tolerance where once had stood only enmity and distress. We have a dream. Oh, Jesus. So appoint Festus, and we get specialization, research speed, and appeal to refugees. Though I don't have the refugee system on, really. Ah. Level that up. Alright. God, weird clicking on my hand. Rebuild Gecko. The ghouls are an industrious people, and the town has come a long way since it was nothing more than corrugated metal shacks. But we can provide them with a perk of civilization, or citizenship, such as amenities office to play Tragic the Gathering in. Really? Tragic the Gathering. Alright, customs official, guard Captain Wallace. Gives us 0.1 more political powers. That way I could hire more people quicker. Mr. Bishop retains power in New Reno. After a series of minor skirmishes between the rival families, it appears Bishop in Reno is here to stay. This news comes after Mr. Bishop secured his family leadership position in New Reno, foreclosing any potential power plays by the city's other factions. With New Reno finally unified under a single family after decades of infighting, one of the West's largest cities is poised to begin a campaign of expansion in Nevada. The Bishops have promised to bring the biggest little city closer to the new California Republic, having already formalized the city's status as an associated territory earlier today. Time will tell if this is the beginning of the Reno's ascension to the Republic. Reno, the NCR house is going to have some competition. That's if he's not dead in the next few years. Yeah, that's building pretty quickly. Okay, still... Oh! So, time to start purchasing factories, because that's what we can do. We have money. Heal the ghouls. Sadly, our dreams of providing a cure for ghouls never panned out, but certainly we could do much to minimize their suffering and help with a variety of ailments. In turn, they'll be willing to serve Vault City. Yeah, we're gonna need more power anyway. Something I noticed with this mod set I use is it treats electricity way differently than the base mod does. Like, you will run out of power way faster with this mod if you do not pay attention to it. Destruction Ranger Citadel, 215th is winning. We will not be pushed around. Oh, let's introduce real quick who's in charge of the guard. Chad Raynor. Raynor is one of the immigrants to Vault City in the last 30 years. A sergeant in the guard, he is somehow more effective than the captain himself. The NCR attempts to find more details about where exactly he served have been stymied by Vault City bureaucracy, but he would gladly take up his laser rifle for his home. He's very old world, as you would say. He's Enclave. That's Sergeant Dornan. There's no point it'll be exposed here, as I just say it, because if you didn't know, then you know. It appears that, okay, Ghoul immigrants. It appears that Gecko has received the influx of immigrants since his long-standing inhabitants became Vault City citizens. Fortunately, Festus recognized the importance of screening out the undesirables, and they are restricting Gecko citizenship to deserving ghouls. Apparently, a new community is springing up outside of Gecko's walls for those who are seeking citizenship. So, Gecko is becoming a little Vault City where they're segregating their undesirables. And, yeah, 5,000 more ghouls. Holy shit. Now, imagine if the refugee system worked. We'd have a hell of a lot more issues than just trying to deal with raiders at that point. Feeding, farming, especially in this part of Nevada. I mean, Moda could only provide so much food, even though it's a breadbasket in Nevada. Might as well do this because it gives us 2 civilian workshops. There's a great deal of interesting manufacturing that you could do if you're capable of living with a low, high level background radiation. Sorry. There's a great deal of interesting manufacturing that you could do if you're capable of living with a low, high level of background radiation. That's how I should have said that. New Reno's beating the Vipers, as they always do. Artisan guilds. Why not? Alright, we have enough political power. Let's... no, we can't adjust that. Festus we could bring in. Stability... I think we'll just bring Festus in. And then we will... to custody engineering, so we get plus 5% of our building of these. And just keep going with that. Speaking of which, probably need to set up like that too. Oh, hey. More trade. More trade means more money, more building. Siege of Hidden Valley, we have nothing to spare. So we're at just 199, so one little thing you can do to help yourself out, just go like this. And with that, you have now enough to purchase another... Let's build more war factories. Very much needed. Alrighty. See about this over here. Still the way it is. Let's... These are only take 100 days each. These would take 100 days each, but you get plus. So we'll do these actually first. So we need ore first, because that's one we're going to be running out fastest, and then we'll move on to that. Because remember, civilian factories require power too in this game. The cities of tomorrow. Our medical technology is second to none. but we have other skills as well. Let us encourage initiatives into citizen class promoting new industries to serve the Wasteland.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could go back to my old subtitle that I used to have on here, but the problem is the program that I use, which is Clipchamp, it crashes whenever you go beyond 35 minutes. So, and you don't get enough out of the story in a 35-minute video. So, that's why I always just push it to an hour, like 50 minutes to an hour, or a little bit beyond. All right, so with that done, so we get 3, 3, and 3 for materials, circuits, and advanced circuits. So, workshop of the Wasteland, model servants for model citizens. I like this one. Model servants for model citizens. There are many who criticize our servant system, but these people are not slaves. We have given them homes, food, clothing, and a purpose. We have given them a life. It merely needs some additional controls. Indeed, some of our more successful new citizens have suggested we could apply the system on a broader scale. So we'll get a higher political power gain. We lower our population recruitable factor, but we also increase consumable goods, but we'll get that down. And we have better trade tariffs, which are necessary for any state to function. All the Gundam collectors are screaming at me at the moment for saying that. Oh yeah, one thing we have here. Welcome refugees. So we get power armor technology research. Things are going the way. Fuzang is still going. Holy shit.
Hey.
Might as well set him up for robotics expert. And rooted. Esmeralda falls silent. Yeah, because it's gangsters. The indentured system. Lynette's father knew how hard it could be to find good help, and they developed a unique system where workers voluntarily entered into an agreement to work for him for a long period. Currently, servants are assigned a servant allocation center. Perhaps the city would do better to let individuals buy and sell servant contracts, subject to appropriate oversight and documentation to transaction in triplicate. You know, the Legion does the same thing, just on a broader scale. Just how you label it, really. Oh shit, she won that. That's not going to be good for Kimball. Oh, he didn't come up and freaking endorse me, so fuck him. Alright, where are we at now? Improved assemblers. Evolved twin mothers. Who cares? Vipers are fucked. Huddle far from those pry. Okay, do we want to... Yeah, we should probably increase these numbers.
Hey.
There you go. We'll set a limit on that. Actually, we need to set more. So that's, we need 10 more. The Workshop of the Wasteland. Lynette has introduced a bill that will allow Vault City employees to sell goods on an open market, with a share of their profits returning to the city. This will likely lead to a growth in economic activity and further innovation, though it will take some political capital to enact this. Indeed. Oh, we could spend on that too. And promote that. Perfect. And let's build 2 more war factories. Hey, we just got increase. There you go. I wonder how Linnaeus is doing right now. He's not going as fast as I thought he would. The Open Information Office. In 2240s, Vault City transferred some of its records into electronic format. First Citizen and Lynette is offered to expand access to the electronic records to all those who live in Vault City, even those in the courtyard. Perhaps this free exchange of ideas will breathe new life into the Wasteland. That is something I need to write down because I need to express that. You'll see in the beginning of this video, I'm going to do a quick synopsis on Vault City. And explore or show you all the different areas of it, and I think it'll be fun to do. I want to get into more lore videos anyway. So, courtyard. I wrote down as Vice City. I mean, it is pretty much just Vice City.
Hello, sir.
Oh yeah, I'm also pissed right now because I have my last Sunset Sarsaparilla in my hand, and I have yet to get a fucking blue star yet. I've gone through 5 of these things now. I'm gonna have to go kill someone for theirs. Our metal friends. Vault City has long relied on advanced computers and other technologies, but even 30 years ago, there was a nary a robot to be found here. But some of our citizens have experience building and maintaining them, and it may be time to branch out into new fields. Plus, they need less food than a servant. That's true.
What's up?
But then you get lazy people. And lazy people in this fucking area is not a good idea. Alright, Vault-Tec engineer. Construction speed, hell yeah. Damn it. Let's see if I could sell something. Yay! 200. If you can't see that, I'm sorry. It says 200 up here. And that's what I'll get to build 2 more of that. 200 more of that. And with that, let's keep going. Part standardization. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, we're several years ahead. That's why we're 2 years ahead on this part of the tree. That's why it takes so long. Arroyo is
Hey there.
setting up trade with me. 20. Freedom of thought. Many of our citizens, immigrants, once led innovative and fascinating research, but have been stifled by strange desire for anonymity and Vault City bureaucracy. By cutting red tape, these citizens can help improve our home. Plus 10% stability, and infrastructure equipment is 15% less.
Hello. I haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
All right, we could get that going now. Sorry. So we have enough. We'll do well-loved denizen, or we'll probably monthly population increase.
I haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Because right now we have 28,000 there, 25,000 gecko.
Sir.
Quite a 50,000 people is not a bad amount for such a small place. I mean, consider... Oh, they have 75,000 in New Reno, so... Oh, they invaded the Vipers, too. Oh, that's interesting. The healthy green glue. Vault City and Gecko now attract all sorts of visionaries, and one of the least visionaries is Dr. Hornwright from Appalachia. Apparently, tired of the small minds of the folks back home, she offers a solution to our energy problems, a strange glowing crystal. Gets the event, do the math. So we get local manpower, local construction speed. That's good. You want to do that? Yeah, we want to do that. So we'll upgrade our robots here soon. And keep going. That's going to take a while to refit all those guys, though. I think we could sell some more weapons. Do we have anything else we could sell? No, I don't think so. Too bad we can't sell robots. That'd be cool. I'd sell my shitty ones. The divide is getting fucked. Brixley is losing. Do the math. Dr. Hornwright, Bask, and the great generators are in Appalachia. They claimed ultrasight is unique and precious, but as you can see, anyone could make ultrasight with a tactical nuclear device. A chunk of that ultrasight is still powering the jet generator. It's going to power this whole city when we're done. Hell, make Festus do the math for you. Let your new Californians bleed for the Hoover Dam. We have a plant and we have the power. A great day for us all. Could this perhaps power weapons as well? I'd rather have the power. Great day for us all. So that what that does is Gecko's where the Gecko power plant is. Oh. It says 45. It said 15 for a second there. That's why. And it says the output of the benefits of Gecko power plant will change based on decisions you make in the focuses, events, and decisions. But now we're at plus 50. Low pan solidifies. Shit, I was hoping somebody else would take charge over there. The Nevada Pact. Lynette has taken the first steps to reform Vault City, solve problems with Gecko, and enlighten the Wasteland. Now it's time to turn Nevada into a league of civilized states working to better the world. We are going to create a faction Nevada Pact. Vault City joins Wasteland Resource Forum Research and Sharing Group. Gets event way out in the lands of the setting sun. Ooh, look at that. Nope. It just upgraded. That's it. I want more stability. We get stability 5-5. I'll do that one. And here. Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry. I actually clicked that one through. Shit. Sorry about that. Pretty much just says Nevada is creating a individual state that still has ties to the NCR, but is on its own. It's only if I'm a member of the NCR. I get that. Robotic assembly lines. Under First Citizen Lineette's wise guidance, we now have the tools to make the robotic war machines. Hurrah! Jackals and Slanter are going at it. Oh, hey, we can do this now. 3 more factories. And we have iBots, too. We will keep going. Let's get police hardware going. Assembly lines. Robotic caches. Some of our citizens know of caches or pre-war robots that are still intact. Funny, a lot of them seem to be surprisingly well maintained given that they're 200 years old. Yeah, that's... You know, that shit does break down over time. I'm waiting for something to appear up here that I saw before. Nope, I'm not giving you manpower. And we are having issues with resources now because, of course we are. Start producing that right now. Oh, they're about to fight the 215th. Good for them. Let them fight over it. So, let's do one quick expansion. Better in our hands. I don't understand why we allow raiders to sit on our literal goddamn gold mine that we could be used to benefit the city and progress. This is unacceptable and must be corrected. So Elko has a gold mine. So they obviously get money. Alright, let's see. Oh, something we are missing is caravans. No, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to get some better extraction. Hand dogs fell. Hey, look at that. The whole point is we want to get money. We're a small state. We need to compensate for our small state by increasing our factories in a more lucrative ways. There we go. Fully stacked now. Alright, we're going to surprise the fuck out of these guys. First things first, let's Pain Train, Savage Leader. Idiot Savant, so we could supply consumption will go down. And then Vigilant Recycler. Why not? Screw 'em! So how was it first? 61 to our 1 loss. Hell yeah. We're going to go to next on this one. Basic Foundry. Our fellow Vault Dwellers. Arroyo is our sister city in all but name. A city of Vault Dwellers built with hardworking and a single Gek. They made Oregon bloom. Together we can act as an outpost of civilization against the great fight north. You'll invite Arroyo into Nevada Pact research group. How are they doing? Still only have 1 loss. Let's increase our attacks. Let's bring these guys back. I could just go right to Elko. There you go. Low casualties. Took care of it pretty well. We will not be pushed around. Fuck off.
Hello, sir.
And because we have the manpower, the military experience, we could upgrade these guys to full 20 width army. Just like that, we doubled our defense. Back to Vault City. Negro refused for some reason our offer to cooperate. Oh well, how much we learned from people who pick their nose with bones. Oh, what fools these tribals be. Yeah, fuck them. Idiots. Elko Gold Mine. Raiders used to collect gold from the mine for themselves. Now we'll know the beauty of indentured servitude. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not releasing them. So how is it if we make robot securities? Yeah, but I don't have the necessary amount of robots yet. Once we get back down to a manageable level, then I'll send in robots. No, no, no. Stop it. Day of Judgment. New cannon is flames. No shit. Well, he's achieved his duty. Let's see if he changes his mind on who he's serving. All right, new 215. Cut him. All right, Aaron Kimball. Wow, he still won election even though he lost this part. Well, it's now state, so. Oh, this sucks. Legion Civil War, the lands across Colorado River, once an unassailable bastion under the command of the most powerful man in the world, have fractured in open conflict. The death of Caesar has led to various potential successors rallying support and claiming land before the rivals could, avoiding conflict for the most part. It seemed that the tentative situation is finally ignited, with fighting being reported all across the Wasteland or Legion lands. Forces loyal to high-ranking figures among the Legion, each of whom claims to be Caesar's true successor, are engaging in open combat. Championing the cause of their respective leaders, their once unified, seemingly unstoppable armies of Caesar now tear themselves apart, and unsure which of these claimants will emerge victorious and claim the title of Caesar. What is certain, however, is that until the conflict is resolved, the wrath of the mighty Legion has been temporarily silenced. A bull has been broken. No shit. So who's who? Well, Mr. Graham's been burnt up to a crisp already. Well, there's going to be no Caesar Legion War now. How is Four Ways pushing that far? The cutest mutants. Slanters are as adorable as they are deadly. If all the mutants of the Wasteland looked like this, perhaps there could be peace between us. Let us persuade Foreman Tukartuk to work with Vault City and use their clever hands for precise manufacturing. When they get, oh god, another Vault Dweller. They have a chance to cut off this whole army right here. How's my supply? I'm almost there. Did I? Oh no. Okay. I have a reaction sometimes to events where I automatically click those things. I don't realize I do it. It's really sad sometimes. I have to be more aware of it. Another friend of Vault City. Although many mock the Slanters for their primitive ways, our meeting with Foreman Takartuk showed that they are quite wise and cute, so very cute. Slanters agreed to benign tutelage, and now they go off to mine the little hamlets of their good all. Even better, they have proposed turning one of their shrines into a school. Yep, it's my territory now, fuckheads. No gods, only progress. For far too long, the Slanters have divided people, unable to come to terms with their own tragic past. But under guidance, they could hold their hands, well, not high, but proudly. And then lead in their lands will serve the entire Wasteland. Try me, Jackals. Try me. You little dorks. Oh, we have enough political power. We can just use them for these parts. So, Frontier Runner and probably Spy Master. Sons of Vulcan seem to be the ones that are going to have the highest chance of winning that. Alright, let's... You dumbasses. Rein in the buckaroos. The Badland buckaroos are content with their petty cattle rustling schemes and our meager ranches they do themselves, waiting for the resource of Paradise Valley. Think of how much we would benefit if all their lands were placed under a rational government. So we're going to move on to taking on Buckaroo, the Badland Buckaroos.
Sir?
What is this shit? Why are you providing me people? No, go back. I don't care. We're almost there. We got 10 a day, so 100 days. Downside is I think they have quite a bit of divisions. Or not. Maybe not. Alright, while that's going on, we could continue. Actually, let's... We could do this. Alright, we'll keep him. Fuck it. Upgraded our people. Vault City's auto docks are quite capable of simple procedures like grafting thermal plates and thermal dissipators into a person skeleton. Although we have generally refrained from widespread adoption of cybernetic enhancements, this will save the lives of our guardsmen, another one of Lynette's compassionate ideas. Of course, we're going robots, so we really don't care. Because we really don't have the manpower for a lot of the other shit. Hey, look at that. And who's going to be, I think, Arroyo is going to be next big one. Oh, I've been lagging on my... The Nevada Postal Service. While Vegas must rely on couriers to deliver the mail, the mail. Vault City will connect Northern Nevada with its wonderful automaton helpers. After all, trust us, and iBot will always deliver its package. Almost there? Hell yeah. Let's start training some. Let's see how fast we could cure our robots. Damn, 215th is beating them. Well, they lost a big chunk of there, so I might be taking on the 215th. Who knows? Alright, we're pretty much stuck there. I don't know if I want to expel the NCR. Huh. NCR is going to be pretty powerful eventually, so... I mean, think about it rationally. Local leader? Screw it. Here, let's get somebody in there. Hi! You're a temporary leader. Soldraws. Think we could win, guys? Let's save scum. Yeah, we could win. We could win. We're gonna wipe the fucking floor with them. And just cut off one of their groups. Just like that. There we go. Oh, shit. I actually right-clicked, that's why they pushed out so far so quickly. Whatever, it works. There you go. We got 82 losses compared to their nearly 1,000. Here, just cut them off. Right there. Boom. I almost lost a division there if you saw that. He was so close to being cut off. I did lose quite a bit of robots, though. Tater farms in Nevada. Our scientists have concluded that the lands of Badland buckaroos could support tater farms and other root crops. The land is currently barely used, mostly for brahman pastures, but it can easily turn into a breadbasket. Well, you get the idea. Well, it's Idaho, so it's a part of Idaho. So we're gonna supply fries to everyone. Oh, New Reno got the upper hand. You guys bit off more than you could chew. Too bad I can't entice New Reno into joining. How's this? Okay. Uh-oh, Mount Rushmore got blown up. The fate of New Reno. Reno trade gold for Vault City medical supplies and energy weapons. We don't really understand how it works. Drug prostitution and drug use is rampant, and there is little central government. Yet Reno thrives and is more prosperous than most of the Wasteland. Perhaps we could come to some sort of arrangement. shit. We're getting up there. Oh, okay, maybe not that. 500 days for that? Oh, fuck no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's see how they react to us. Once we get to enough robots, we'll send over... Actually, stop it. We'll start having robots take over. Esport's winning. Holy shit. Jim Leahy put down the bottle for a moment. That's swinging big town. Although we sometimes mock Reno as a barbarous slum, quite a few of our citizens vacation there in recent years, and most of them come back in one piece. But Reno is far from perfect, and as a member of the Nevada Pact, it could be so much more. What if they made fertilizer instead of jet? Lathes instead of guns? Educational films instead of Corsican Brother productions? Yet we are somewhat concerned that the bishop seeks to spread the NCR's corruption in Nevada. Even now, the city guards reports they are stirring up raiders against us. While they may be rumors, perhaps we should liberate Reno from their oily grip. Guard peacekeepers would certainly make their streets safer. Do you want to try it? Oh, shit. Oh, hey. We accidentally clicked it. Okay. So they are not puppeted to us, but they're in the Pact for now. Break the Jackals. The Jackals are a clear threat to our southern flank. While it's entirely possible the unscrupulous nation could hire them to attack us, weaken our army to prelude to an armed occupation. That was absolutely an accident. So, yeah, they're winning. Sure. I'll join the war. Even though I'm not actually going to fight it. You guys can fight it. Damn it. I want that Acme workshop. Okay, that's enough robots. So we can go to Robo Security as our go-to for this. I didn't participate. I don't care. Alright, let's go for it. Declare war! And we will call in Slanter territory. Done. Okay, they keep sending me people when I don't want them to. Just go back to your... The Southern Protectorate. Lynette's compassionate intervened has saved countless lives and showed the good a Vault City can do. If it but helps the Wasteland, naturally we could protect the gold mine, which we will hold in trust for the people of Nevada. No, we'll hold on to that place for... We need to be a bigger area anyway. Here, we can do that. Why are there Yakuza in Nevada? And why aren't they already dealt with by Reno? Anyway, I guess it's our responsibility. We'll declare warn them and pull them into it. Oh, they're already into it. Okay. They're probably gonna, what do you call it? Betray me anyway. Yeah, of course I'll help.
Hey.
The anarchists ahead. There are handfuls of opponents still threatening Nevada. Among them is the Slags and Moda. Fortunately, we can take care of them together. Yeah, I have no,
Sir.
Here. We could do this. We could... Oh, stop it. I hate it when it does that. We do that. And do that. And then we just, split. That's why. Oh shit, they're already fighting. They're fighting a little early. And they quickly pushed out. That's interesting.
I'm gonna make you bleed. Hey.
Whatever, works for us. Well, I should probably just join the NCR after this, so...
Sir.
Wanting our own state and our own power is one thing, but being able to actually hold that power and responsibility we have to everyone of the West Coast is... Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hey there. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Oh, never mind. That answer already got an answer for me. The biggest little city, NCR. After decades of will they, won't they, today Aaron Kimball signed a treaty formally annexing New Reno and the Republic, placing one of the West's largely independent cities under the control of the Bear. At long last, New Reno joins the NCR in the latest state, signed the Republic's growing influence in Nevada. In return, the NCR states have amended the Constitution to legalize gambling, prostitution, and sticking point with that presented an obstacle to prior attempts at integration. Perhaps House will have to find another source of tourists after all. Yeah, they took away my partner there. What does that mean? That's right there. We lose that. Under Lynette's leadership, Vault-Tec has revitalized northern Nevada, but now she's never been an enemy of her father's land, far from it, and perhaps it's time for Caesar to see what city's guards are capable of. Shit. Alright, form that together. And we just go on through. Yeah, fucking right. You are not beating me.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
We have plenty of robots.
Hello. Hello, sir.
They keep assault. Oh, Linnaeus' failure? No shit. That always happens. Lone Star beat you of all fucking people. I don't know how many population they even have. They don't have much left either. So, gotta just keep holding out for a little bit longer. The Nevada Pact announces alliance with the NCR. The new California Republic again gained a new cadre of allies in the Big Circle today after First Citizen Lynette announced the Nevada Pact, a league of civilized states led by it, would formally enter into a mutual military alliance with the NCR. Vault City has undergone a significant expansion in precedent years, transforming from a small city-state at risk of NCR annexation to a heart of a new independent Nevada. The alliance puts Vault City and the NCR into a position to continue expanding eastwards into the wilds of Utah and Oregon. Nevada and the Bear stand together. That means he can't do that annexation bullshit on me. So. We can still kick out the NCR if we fucking want to. So. Whatever our feelings towards Vault City's largest trading partner, if we ever wish to hold up our Ohio with the NCR, Garrison must go. We're fine. The Bear Hug. We share much with the NCR belief in the rule of law, concern for the less fortunate, and belief that we must be open-minded. We will always consider ourselves to be the friend of the Republic. Therefore, while there are some who wish to expel the Garrison, others argue that we should pursue a longer, strong tie. For this, we shall rally behind government of laws, not of man. But to be fair, there are many criticisms made of the Garrison. Its soldiers are some of the more unorthodox of the Republic. They are under-equipped due to their struggles down south. Whatever protection they once provided is now little more than Richardson's village. We should expel the Garrison and stand on a firmer footing. Perhaps there is a third option, however. Lynette would propose to replace the Garrison with NCR instructors who will help Vault City stand on its own. In turn, the NCR will learn about the Vault City's precious engineering. Are we not stronger together? The officer exchange. Shady Stance has agreed to withdraw its Garrison exchange. They have sent a select group of officers to advise our guard on a new training regimen. Perversely, one officer has already pointed out that our relatively large industrial base and small population means we are able to fill niches in combined military with the Republic that city itself cannot pursue. Perhaps future collaboration would let us specialize in more advanced units that the NCR cannot, and they can specialize in human wave tactics. While every life is precious, some are more so. Alright, we can just keep going with that. Expand the army. The life of every citizen is precious. If we want to make sure they come home safely, we must make sure they are well armed. Yeah, they've lost all military push on that one. They have 1,000 left there, actually. I'm pretty sure I could push into them now. If I want to. I have more than enough freaking robots. Oh, hey, look at that. Max. And who are we going to trade with? Eastern Passages? Yeah. Alright, let's push back now. Oh, hey, followers. Build me another workshop. Oh, yeah, look at it go. Eastport is growing into a power. Alright. Open up the Vault's workshops. Although the Vault has been used for little more than storage for these decades, many of the mothball machines could be turned to war. Shouldn't we manufacture firearms in our most secure locations? Get it? There we go. Beat their asses. We should be in, developing further, what do you call it? Transport abilities. Redefining the Guard. With a lot more men under our banner of the Guard, we could split up their responsibilities more. Until now, Guardsmen was supposed to do anything. Patrol the outskirts of the city, protect the gates, prevent crime, respond to domestic issues, fight fires, fight wars. Now we have options. Alright, with that, we can actually do... we start developing vehicles. We should have done that to begin with. But... really should have finished this by now. I mean, this is bad that we are having such a recruitment issue. We are using support robots for full war, so that's a failure on my part. And I haven't built them up enough to have proper breakthroughs yet. But give it time. We'll have it done. Yeah, sure. 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 And with that, keep going. A proper army. Thanks to the advice of some of our illustrious immigrants, the City Guard are a professional military force, in fact, as well as name. They'll let the term City Guard strike fear into the hearts of all who oppose us. Are we core this damn thing yet? Jesus. Does suck we are a part of the NCR now, but I mean they can handle this war just fine. I mean it's a fractured old version of Caesar's Legion. They chose the wrong way to do this war. Jim Leahy owns his whole trailer park over here. Why I say that? Because that's his name for Eastport. The Shield of Nevada. Our ties with the Republic, no, our friendship with the Republic has found a firmer footing. Their strapping soldiers risk life and limb for the safety of the West, and we provide them with the state-of-the-art military equipment. What chance has Proletarian Lucius against us now? So replace advisors with Shield Nevada. Increase cap growth, factory output, income. Too bad there's nothing to add on to it. They'd probably go into the Crimson Acolytes once they're done with their little war, if we so choose. This will be a one and done video. I mean, I'm not... Oh, Arroyo has decided to be a little dick. Okay.
What's up?
President Kim has altered the terms of our agreement. Now he demands a custom union between Vault City and the Republic. This is not without benefit to us, as a larger California market may promote economic growth at home, but will it divert more of our economy to serve the barons and industrialists down south? What should we do? Failure to accept the terms leads to war with an emboldened Kimball. Absolutely not. And this is the decline of Vault City, pretty much. Something to understand that when you're not looking, all of a sudden you'll lose your whole fucking city because the NCR is slowly putting, because you are a vassal all of a sudden to them. Because I joined the economic union. So now Meyer somehow in charge. And if I don't do something about it, I could lose the entire fucking state. I unfortunately do not see any way out of this, so I'm just going to end this right here. Vault City gives you opportunities to go many different places. If you choose Lynette, you're ultimately either going to get absorbed or you're going to get into a war you probably can't win. Unless you have plenty of time and a lot of shit goes your way. If you choose Myers, then you get a independent Nevada that is absolutely... But you are fighting up against the NCR, so you're either hoping they're breaking apart or they're losing to Caesar. And then it really no ultimate thing. It's just like an idea, a different pathway of... And then there's one that's in the middle that I'm not going to spoil, but you should definitely download it and try it. Just all you have to do is to get that special one, you keep Citizen League and Ulgar at 50%. Then the vote is split and they have no idea what they're going to do. So it requires a Wall Street man to take over. And then you could go from there. And it's pretty funny, but it's really hard. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I hope you like this. Please like, subscribe. Please comment. I love talking to you guys in the comments. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, ta-ta.